that we are going to create a destinations in an SAP BTP cockpit, as well as we are going to connecting those destinations to a build process automation. We are the destination. We are connecting to the OData services. From the OData services, we are going to get some data from the entity sets, and we are going to consume those in data in our process automation. That we have created a data types, and there are that we have created two different data types as input and output. Based on those data types, we have created a decisions, and we have seen some logics for the approvers, how the approvers are determined for the decisions. And um, we have missed the text tool concept that we will be see first topic, then we will be move to the next one for the text tool. Let me share my screen. Let me log into the RDP system. Yeah, already have logged into the RDP system. I'm opening a browser. Navigating to instance and subscriptions. I'm launching the build process automation build lobby. In build lobby, already we have created a project for the business rule scenario that I am taking. I'm not going to create a new project now. Yeah, this is the process. We have created a trigger form, approval info, condition. Yeah. Okay. Here we thought to add one more decision here after the condition satisfies that we will do. We will add a text rule condition, a simple text rule condition here. First, we will see what is submit form, what are all the controls that we have added as in submit form, employee ID, department, cost, and designation. Okay. Yeah, based on this, we will create one more decision, and we will add it to next to the condition. Quickly see here what are the determinations that we have. This is approval info. This is the decision that actual business rules that which is nothing but a decision table that we have created earlier. I created a decision as text tool decision. Here, I'm going to add a input parameter. I'm going to add a output parameter. For this, I'm going to choose a data type, text tool output that we have created earlier. First, I'm saving those initial steps. There are some errors. Okay, we will see it later. Next to this, we are going to add a simple text rule. I'm going to just copy paste this. Okay, this is a first step. Navigating to the next step. In the next step, if you see, I have to select this. Okay, the attributes that for the output parameter has been selected. Next, this is the preview text rule output. Okay, I'm going to create a text rule now. Once it's created, it will give a simple template of if and else, if and else. This is a simple format. If you want to add a multiple else if conditions based on the scenario, that could be possible. What are all the inputs that we have given here? What are the parameters that we have mapped? I think we have mapped around one. Let me cross check it. Textual input dot department is equal to, we'll add one fixed value as finance. And we will add one arithmetic operators here, logical operators like and. Textual input dot designation equals to director. Textual input dot cost is equal to a fixed value of $1,000. Okay. And I'm adding one else if condition. Yeah, once you added a else if condition, it will give a message toast that you have added a successful branch for this. Okay, I have copied the same and paste it here. Let's see the copy paste this works. So yes, here instead of finance, let's change it to departmental sales. Okay, Here instead of the director, senior associate. We have the department sales and the designation senior associate, and the cost should be less than $500. Okay, then it should be yes. Once the conditions are satisfied, then it will be yes. Else, it will give an output as no. Yeah. It's a simple, actually, it's a simple example, guys, that we have given for the text tool scenario to understand what are all the operations or what are all the arithmetics and the logical operators that we can use, and how you can give the values to this for if, else if, and the else condition. For that, I have made a simple logic, and we will save this. Yeah, decision has saved successfully without any error. And we will add this in our process. Add this here. Textual decision. I'm mapping the inputs for this. Department submit as a trigger forms department designation. And the output is a textual output. Yeah. Once we done this, we will add one condition here. In the condition, we will be adding a textual output. Into yes. Yeah. Okay. It says okay. We will adding those conditions in condition control that we have added here. Okay. So certain items is custom variables. Textual decision output. And we will default this to end. Okay. Yeah. Somewhat the flow has been increased. Okay. We will quickly save this. And we will release this. Once it's released, we will deploy this to one public environment. Once it's deployed, it's a process. Yeah. Post is 100. Okay. We have to check the both. We have to check the both conditions because we have added a two decisions here. From that, we have to check the both. Our DP system is a bit slow today. Yes, we have to adjust some of the conditions based on the text rule as well as approval info that we have to do now because if you don't adjust it, it will won't satisfy our criteria. I'm going to dive into this. finance. What is the designation that we have given? Okay. I think the first condition will satisfies. Quickly save and release it. Once the request is submitted, we'll go to the monitor tab and we'll see where's the process. Yeah, laptop requisition is running now. See guys, started the form, approval info started, and it made the decision. It's completed successfully. After the decision, it's met the condition. Once the condition satisfied, it's go next it navigated to the text tool decision, and the text tool decision is also completed successfully. Next, the condition reached that we have added a condition after to the text tool that also met. Next, now the task is in approval. You could see what are all the rule service IDs that has been executed and what are all the inputs that we have given and how the what are all the outputs that that we have got it from the decision table as well as in the text tool that we can see in the context. We have given employee ID, finance, the approved decision is true. This is the output that we got from the decision table, and the rule underscore output is the parameter that is a output data type that we have declared for this, and we are getting an output as yes from the text tool. Okay, quickly we will approve this. Once I approve this, we'll refresh it once again the process. Now you can see the process is completed. This is a happy scenario that we will be using both the decision as well as the text tool. But guys, that we have created a text tool for the project specific. Then how we consume those text tool if in such a scenario, what some of the client will ask, instead of implement some of the conditions with any other database or to not to do in any other services within a BTP, they will use this business tools. Actually, the decisions that we will consume widely in UFA application or in any other applications within a BTP, then how you can access those rules within an UFA application, how you invoke that. For that, first you have to know how you see those decisions, how you can access those decisions apart from the project that you have to that we will see here. In control tower. Oh, it's a project specific. Destinations. Okay. We don't have those. I think SAP has removed the decisions from the law control tower. Okay. It's all a project specific that we have to access. It cannot be exposed to out of the project, that seems. Okay. Okay, guys. Actually, what I thought before in a control tower, we have one of the tile here. Directly, we can access the decisions from here. What we have created among what are the projects that we have created, and in those projects, what are the decisions that we have been created, we can access directly from here. But now they have changed to the project specific. Only we can access it from the project. We can't access outside of the project. That I am seeing those updates now. Okay, guys. Do you have any doubts in this text rule? Yeah. What is the next topic that we are going to see now? How to create a destination, and via the destination, how to consume an OData API as actions, and we will be using those actions in our project. What are all the data that we have retrieved from the APIs, those actual entity parameters and the values that we are going to use in our project, and we are going to make some use cases with those parameters or the OData API values. For that, first we have to create a destination. Once the destination has been created, then we have to consume a OData services, which is default or the free OData service which is available in the market, an admin OData service, that we will choose one of the entities. From that, we will get data from those entities. Based on those data, we will use those use in our projects. Okay. First, we will see what is destination and how it can be created, the destination within a BTP application, SAP BTP cockpit, as well as in the BPA, in a build process automation. What is SAP BTP destination? First, we will see what is destination. Destinations are part of SAP BTP technology part, SAP BTP, which is nothing but a business technology platform in a connectivity service. They contain the connection details for the remote communication of an application. part of SAP BTP connectivity service. They contain the connections, connection details for the remote communication of an application. Okay. That what are all the parameters, what are all the type, what are all the connectivity types that we are using in the destination that we will see in a cockpit. And apart from this, we have something to discuss about the destination, how the destinations that can be created, and what are all the authentication that we are going to use in the destinations. There are some new authentications. And destinations are the, we will move to the BTP cockpit and we will see what, how we can and which segment we having those destinations. Yeah. Okay, guys. This is a global account. In a global account, we are navigating to the sub account as SAP BPA. In a sub account, we have more options like overview, services, Cloud Foundry, HTML5 applications, connectivity, security entitlements, and usage analytics. In this left pane of the sub account, we can see a connectivity tab. Under the connectivity tab, there is one of the service that's called destinations. Here already I have created one of the destination for SAP BTP S4 HANA system. While connecting to the S4 HANA system, we have created a destination. And right now we will be creating a destination. We could add some of the additional parameters that has to be consumed in a build process automations. Once those parameters are added, then only we can able to access those destination in our for BPA, or else we can't able to access those destinations in an BPA. That we'll see in a minute. And apart from this, I will give a quick background. What are all the steps that we are going to perform now, and what are all the process that we are going to follow in a build. We are going to use actions or the connectors that are enable a simplified reusable components of an API, and we are going to create a destinations. Apart from this, once the destinations are created, then we are going to activate those destinations in our process automation, and we are going to testing the connections. Once the connections are tested, then we can access the entities from the specified text that we have given, that we will see in a minute. Before to that, I will add what are the steps that we are going to perform here. nations and consume and OData API. As actions OData API. Okay. Step 1, create destination, test connection, and publish as action. Step 2, consume those action in build process automation. Once the actions is consumed, create them employee location scenario with the action data and consume APIs. Yeah, these are all the 3 steps that we are going to see now. First, we will see how to create a destination and test the connections. For this, we will be in a sub account. We will naming as a Northwind, the destination name as Northwind, and the type as HTTP. A description that we are going to add as Northwind OData API. A URL. What's the actual URL for the Northwind service? So we are going to use a V2 service, not a V4. The OData has, as you know, the 2 versions as V2 and V4. Right now we are using a V2 service now.
I think at the top you can change the language. It is TE.
So asking to, before you continue, we use cookies and data. Okay. Service.odata.org. Okay. This is a simple service. Okay, so actually we have to go to the home page. In that we have to choose a V2 service. Yeah, this is the Okay, this is open service. Metadata, we are getting the metadata now. The entity sets that we are having, sorry. Okay, entity sets, we are going to take a employee entity set for now. Then metadata, insert metadata. Okay, this is the employee entity set. Question mark dollar format is equal to JSON. Okay. In this employee entity set, we have a first name, last name, hire date. Okay, we have all those information. We can leave this. This is a picture kind of information that has not been encrypted. Have employed two and n number of employee informations that we have in this entity set. Okay, then we'll be using this monitor service URL. I'm going to add in the URL okay. Proxy type as internet and authentication. Right now we are going to use a no authentication, but I will show you what are the options. It's an on-premise and private link in the proxy type. These are the options that we can give here. Apart from this, in an authentication, there are basic authentication, client certification, no authentication, OAuth2 client credentials, a bearer token, which is nothing but a JOT token, OAuth2 password, refresh token, SAML accession, OAuth2 user token exchange, bearer accession. These are all the authentication we have. For this, once you give some of the authentication like OAuth2 client credentials, that we have to create a service key in an instances. With the help of service key, we will be adding a client ID and client secret here. Once the client ID and client secret are added, it will get a token based on those client ID and client secret, and then it will consume. We can able to access those service or the URLs that we are configured in the destination. This is the process that followed in a runtime. That we will see it later, the authentication that what all authentication that we can use. But right now I'm giving us a no authentication, and we need to add some of the additional properties. Then only we can able to consume these destination in our BTP, or else we can't able to see those destinations that have been created in BTP cockpit in our BPA. What are the properties? SAP dot application development dot actions dot enabled dot actions dot enabled. Okay, this is true. And the one more additional properties is SAP dot process automation dot enabled. This we will give us true, and the one more is SAP dot build dot usage. Okay, this is OData underscore gem. Okay, we have added additional properties and we will save this. Once you save, you can option to edit, clone, export, and delete this destination. And we have another one option as check connection. We will now check the connection here. Yeah, now you can see the connection returning a 200 OK response, which means we can able to access this destination and the connection is successful. Okay, fine. What is the next step that we are going to use? First, once the destination is created here, then we will add it in our BPA. Go to the build lobby. Under the control tower, you will see the destinations tab. Click on add. Here you can see the two destinations, which now we have created as a Northwind destination, and the S4H S4 Connect 2022 is another one backend destination. It has a basic authentication. I'm choosing this Northwind and clicking on next. What are all the environments that I'm going to? If we want to give only for the specific environment, then you can choose the specific environment. You can choose what are all the specific environments that you can access to destination. Right now I'm giving in all environment and add destination. A destination not been added. Here you have having the right now you can see we have having the actions and the options in the actions as associate environment and remove. There's option to remove the destination as well. Okay. Now we have added the destination. Next, I'm creating one more project. We will add this. Once the project is created, Yeah, before this, we have to consume those destinations, I guess, that I have forgotten. Under the actions, action to manage workflow process before automation. Just it has been created. Process action. Okay. Guys, once the destination has been added to this, first we have to create an actions. Via this action only, we can be able to consume those OData APIs or API data in our process automation project. For that, to create one of the action. Here we have some of the options to SAP Cloud Application Programming Model. What are all the services or the backend services that we can access in our action? We have all those options here. From this, we are going to choose a auditor destinations. Okay, we have to choose auditor V2. Okay, get this automatically selected, I think. We click on next. Service file. One minute, guys. These are all the entity sets that we are seeing here. Ideally, we should see the metadata. Okay. Okay. By default, the metadata will be appended via the destination URL that we have given while creating, so that we can able to see what those entity sets. If you see, okay, these are all the available actions that we can do in these entity sets that we are seeing here. Click next. What is the project name? It's creating an actions. Once it's created, we can see We can choose the, this is the kind of a URL, what are all the URL that we are going to use in get and the CRUD operations like put, post, update, all those things. Right now I'm choosing a basic one as employees. Directly we are going to get an employee. Okay. Here we can add some of the keys like top 100 or skip the particular employee. What is the count of the entries that in the entity sets, or filter or order by. Once these actions are created, we can add an input and output. We are not going to add anything. I think in a minute we will. Okay, we will add top 20 data, which is nothing but a pagination concept. We'll be using as mandatory parameter. Okay, and an output. Here, the destination host is a destination. Action is based on the destination. Once this is done, we can test. Maybe we are not getting the data here. Okay, we are getting a response as 200. Okay, top 20 instead of that. Okay, right now I'm not going to give any input. Without an input, we will test first. This is the metadata URL. Something has to be done here. I think we have to choose the another get operation employee of employee ID. We have to give the key parameter as the employee ID, then only we will be able to get the data here. Okay, actions we have added as 2. We will see whether there is some of the actions with this. We can give only the employee ID. Okay, I will add this. Adding as input and output. Here you could see the value as 1. When I click on test, I will not putting the actions to get that. Are we missing something? Okay, employee ID is here is 1. Okay, action editor, the employee ID that we are giving as 1. This is correct. I think this one is not needed. We can delete this. This is the URL that we are sending here. Employee ID of 2, employees. Yeah, guys, now we are getting a society error. Something we are getting now. Okay. For the employee 1, I'm able to get the output. Let's test for the employee 2. Yeah, the employee 2 as well, I'm getting all the information as employee ID, last name, everything. What I have done, actually, what I have done means in a generate output tab, there are some predefined key values but to generating an output that is not working. The default value or the default output generation that I have given or the tool work or the framework that has been used that is not working. So that I'm manipulating those output with some of the objects to add an output. We have the another option that which can be added an output here, so that I'm using here those options. From this, I have generated this output. Ideally, it should work without giving this generate output option. We will see. I will check why this is not working, but we will continue now. Don't want to waste the time today. We will continue with this. Later, we will check the other one with the default option. Okay. Once we get the output here with an employee ID, we will check for customer entity as well. 1 minute, guys. This is the default. Shipper employee. Okay, we will remove this. Orders also we known in this. Just we are going to we are going to get a simple value from this. These are the dependencies are added to the URLs that we will not get. Okay. Now we will test this connection. Any other outputs are there in a customer? Excellent. I'm not getting an output with this format as well. Okay, we will add this. Once it's added, right now this customer entity is not working. I will check it later. This customer entity, why it's not working. Right now we will be adding the right now for this employee ID or the employee entity. We are giving the employee ID. It's working. We will use this for our use case. Okay, we will simplify this. We are getting like this. But the output should be not like this. D. This orders is not needed. We will remove this orders. These are the output formats. Okay, guys, we are getting the output. Don't want to waste more time. I will navigate to the use case. Okay, we will release this. Initial Northwind action with employees and key, employee by key. Once we release this, we'll publish to the library. Okay, it has been published to the library. Now we are going to create a process. I think we have already created process. Okay. Employee location. In this process, some of the new form I'm going to add here. No, sorry, not a text. This is number. Then I'm going to add one drop down. Location. No, we will add it later now. Another one. Reason for relocation. This is not a text. That's just a paragraph. Text area. See, I have created one of a trigger form. Okay, in this I have added an employee ID, new location, all the locations that they have employees are going to relocate, and the reason for relocate. Just it. Okay, I have added options as Delhi, Mumbai, and Kerala. I'm going to save it. Okay, once this is done, we are going to create one decision table. From the decision table, just we are going to add a input and outputs based on this. Before that, we will create an action. Get customer. Okay. Sorry. We have used this one. Okay. To choose a destination variable, not print underscore test. Okay. Once the action is selected from the identifiers, I'm giving us blend underscore test description. Accessing not blend destination employees entity. Okay. Once this is done, whether we have to add yeah. Guys, as we will see how we can use this action in our project, then we will trigger a form. Deploying, it's asking a destination. Which destination we are going to refer to this? It's taking time. Is there any issue? Okay, this has not been deployed. Okay. Now open two tabs. Okay. Now it's deployed. We'll check it once in project. Employee relocation approval is deployed. I'm submitting it. Navigating to monitor tab. Ideally, it should complete. Let's see in the completed one. Employee relocation is completed. Now see guys, as a start event, we have given all those information and we are getting the results from the entity set from the API. These are all the results. What are the employee one information that we are getting? Yeah. Title orders, region, country, employee ID, reports to, all the information we are getting. Then we can able to access the actions that we have created in our process automation to connecting to the OData, B2O data that is successful. Now we are getting the data. With this, we can manipulate with the some other process as well. Yes, still this, do you have any doubt? Because I have covered a lot of topic like connecting the destinations and accessing the destinations, creating an accents.
So other till destination it is cleared. After that, I'm not able to understand few things.
Okay, you will be able to understand while doing the lab activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be cover all those, what are the doubts that we have. Okay. And what we have done after creating a destination, Akshat, actually, once the destination is created, we have created one of the actions in our process automation lobby under the connectors. If you see here, we have created one of the actions as accessing Northwind API. Once this actions has been created, we have chosen the what are all the entities in an OData. From the entity employees, we are getting a information in an actual process by accessing those actions. These are all the steps that we have done after creation of the destination. You will get owned once you done with the hands-on, then you will be able to see and you can able to easily go through the process that what are the subsequent steps that we have followed, that we will cover more in the lab activity. I will create one of the another one scenario for the lab activity later. First we will complete this. I think this action is not needed. Okay, let it be, no problem. We are going to give a data types. What are all the new things that we are going to add in this is employee ID. employee underscore ID. It's a number. New location. Okay. I think the new location will won't work. Okay. New location. And one more field that we can add here is tentative relocation date. And date field. Okay. I'm saving it. Eligible. Whether the employee is eligible for the relocation. Okay. It should be the Boolean. And the new field comments is string. Decision. It's also a string. Okay. Okay. Location decision that I'm going to create here. Okay, the next step we are going to add one rule. First match and next step. Employee ID, new location, relocation date. Okay. Is equals to equals to the next step. Here it's an eligible commands and the relationship. Okay. What are all the if condition is employee ID, any location, and the relocation date. Based on this three condition, we are going to get a three output, and we will form another one condition. Now let's click on save now. Okay.